When dictator Fidel Castro rose to power in Cuba over a half-century ago, many Cubans fled to South Florida. Today, in our Full Measure Pulse piece, Lisa Fletcher visits Little Havana in Miami to see what residents think about Castro's death and Cuba's future.
Bienvenidos a la pequeña Havana.
If Miami's Little Havana is home to many Cuban Americans, then Versailles is their kitchen. The eatery is always packed, serving up Cuban specialties and sweet coffee to the locals, tourists, and to these young men.
Every day, most of the time we have 6 or 7, maybe a dozen sometimes, you know. We call what they call the teenagers of Versailles.
Bob Ibarra and Carlos Bustabad are brothers-in-law. They've come here to this table every single day for the last 40 years, holding court for anyone who's interested in hearing about what life was like before Castro.
Cuba was a beautiful place. Beautiful. I mean, Cuba was a very hospitable place. People was nice. Nobody went to bed hungry. You always found a friend.
Then came the revolution. In 1961, Carlos had to hand over his home to the Cuban government in exchange for his freedom, a visa for himself, his wife, and 2 small children. His brother-in-law Bob saw the writing on the wall and left a few years earlier with a student visa. Rita Betancourt and her husband of 43 years shared dessert and their feelings about the politics of Cuba.
President Obama was trying to improve relations with Cuba. They raised the flag over the American embassy in Cuba. Donald Trump is talking about rolling that back. What's the sense of things in the Cuban-American community?
I like Donald Trump. With Cuba, no, never we have relations.
So you think that Donald Trump is taking a better approach?
Yes.
Inside or out at Versailles, the conversations are frank. Politics and food mix like pastries and cortado, the Cuban coffee of choice. Philippe Vals's dad started this place 45 years ago.
So here in this coffee corner, you can always find, especially the older generation, discussing how and when is the demise of Castro coming. His demise has been constructed here probably over 1 billion times through the years. Now the conversation is no longer what's going to happen to Fidel, but what's going to happen to Cuba. Now that Fidel gone, is there really going to be any difference?
Most here say no, but that doesn't make this moment in history any less powerful.
The morning after Castro died, or the day after, you guys all, I'm assuming, gathered here like you do every day.
Exactly.
What was the tone like?
For me, I'm happy he's dead.
And what about you, Bob?
We feel that he was not a human being.
With him gone, things might start shaping up a little bit in Cuba. We have still 1 more to go, but hopefully he will be gone too soon. And you never know what the future brings.